Today we are starting the percents unit. In this lesson, we will learn about percent of a number and converting between fractions, decimals, and percents. Converting between fractions, decimals, and percents. On the left side, you see a table with the conversions and the directions on how to convert. On the right side, I have a graphic organizer that lays it all out, just not in words. So, for example, fraction to decimal. You just divide the fraction, and on here you can see F to D. All you do is divide. For decimals to percents, so D to the percentage, you could do this two ways. You could multiply the decimal by 100, or you could move the decimal two places to the right. And so you see, you can either times by 100 or move decimal two places to the right. And then the last, percent to a fraction, what you have to do is put the percentage over 100 and then simplify. And over here you see the percentage over 100 and then simplify. Fraction to decimal. Let's talk about fraction to decimal. How we do fraction to decimal is we just divide the fraction. There's a little thing over there. So example, convert 2/5 to a decimal. All you would do is just do 2 divided by 5. So either solve that out with long division or type in your calculator 2 divided by 5. And then you'll get 0.4. That's your answer. Now you try. Convert 5/8 to a decimal. You would just do 5 divided by 8 and you would get 0.625. Time to move on to decimal to percent. When we go decimal to percent, we have to multiply the decimal by 100, or we can move the decimal two places to the right. As you can see from D to percentage, you can either times by 100 or move decimal two places to the right. Remember, do not forget to put the percentage sign at the end of your answer. Convert, so example 1, convert 0.23 to a percent. So you could either just do 0.23 times 100 and get 23%, or when you see the 0.23, you can move the decimal two places to the right, 1, 2, and then put your percent sign. Now you try. Convert 0.156 to a percent. So, for the people who did 0.156 times 100 and got 15.6%, that's correct. For those who saw 0.156 and took the decimal and moved it two places to the right, you also should have got 15.6%. Last, percent to a fraction. When we go percent to a fraction, we put the percentage over 100 and then simplify. The big thing to remember is all percent is out of 100. So, and as you see over here on our graphic organizer, from percent to a fraction, you have the percent over 100 and then simplify. So example 1, convert 25% to a fraction. So first we would put 25 over 100, which is 25 divided by 100 or over 100, which would simplify to 1/4. Now you try. Convert 2% to a fraction. You would just put 2 over 100, which would then simplify to 1 over 50. Now we are going to talk about percent of a number. And to find the percent of a number, we will actually need to know how to change a percent to a decimal. The first thing we must understand is of means multiply. When you see of, your brain should automatically think, I need to multiply. So let's break this down. Percent of a number just means multiply percent by a number, or take the percent and multiply it by the number given. So 2 easy steps on how to do this. 1, we change the percent to a decimal, and then 2, we multiply the decimal by the number, and that gives us our answer. So, for example, what is 35% of 80? First, we will make the 35% to a decimal, which is 35 over 100, which is 0.35. Then, we will multiply the decimal by the number. So, 0.35 times 80 equals 28. Our final answer is 28 is 35% of 80. Now you try. What is 20% of 32? First, you make 20% to a decimal, which is 20 over 100, which is 0.2. Then, we multiply the decimal by the number. So 0.2 times 32 would give us 6.4. So our final answer is 6.4 is 20% of 32. And that is how we deal with percent of a number, converting between fractions, decimals, and percents.